So somebody good new brew here, new-ish brew here. So this is a tweak of the creative Reanimator deck we played before that was basically ignoring green, and this is basically a list that someone said, well, what if we didn't? Player's name was Maukton1, or that's their Twitch and Twitter handle. Aaron Brown is the player. Apparently they've already 5-0'd with this sort of right off the bat. So it's just Wrenn and Six added to the Persist, Archon of Cruelty, Indomitable Creativity deck. I think the version that Wafo Tapo was playing was just not playing any green, was probably playing the 4th Persist, the 4th Faithful Mending, the 4th Hard Evidence, and I think he's playing less Lightning Bolts because he prefers Fire Ice usually. I'm actually considering hot swapping that right now. I think I'm going to. So no criticism to Moukton, but I generally find that Fire Ice is great in a large number of game ones. It really lets you control how much your opponent can interact with your spells, as well as also being good as removal for oops. I guess I can do that and then just there we go. As removal for Agavans and things like that. So just a little quick change there, but one lightning bolt is more than good enough. We got the Wrenn and Sixes. We've got everything else we need here. Prismari Command, 2 copies, 4 Teferi, 4 Wrenn and Six, as I said, 3 Faithful Mending, so and Nahiri in this version. And Nahiri in the main deck is great because it means you could sideboard to Emrakul if you want to. Which, you know, is a really good juke if Archon of Cruelty is kind of medium. Though I can't think of too many matchups where it is, but I'm sure we'll find them when we get there. So this deck has the advantage of your creature entering the battlefield gives you a lot of value, but it's fairly easy to remove, and then also you get to sort of have a backup way to get all your stuff into play and beat people up. I think the last 2 times we played this deck, we went 4-1 and 3-2. What's the upside and downside of each creativity version? Good question. So, basically, it's a sliding scale between how much value do you want to get off a creativity for X1, or how much do you need to go for creativity X2. Creativity X2 wins you the game a very, very large percentage of the time. And there's 2 different ways you can do that. So the Creativity X2 decks are usually either Velomachus plus Emrakul or Sarah's Emissary plus Emrakul. We got him all this hand. And we got him all this hand too. That's fine. This deck mulligans to 5 quite easily. So Emissary plus Emrakul is really good against Solitude decks, whereas Velomachus plus Emrakul is not as good, but has the sort of upside of sometimes you attack with Velomachus, you get immediate value. If that immediate value is an actual factual time warp, then you end up in a pretty good spot. No, we can't do that. I just have neither of the colors for Teferi, so I think this is the mulligan. Say it sucks. But we multiply, so that's okay. And the other extreme is, let's say you want Creativity X1 to be really good. Then you either play like a single Emrakul or 1 or 2 Velomachus. The Velomachus classic turns decks, those can win on an X equals 1 creativity on turn 4 or 3 if you have acceleration for it. Yeah, so that's what you do with the Sarah's Emissary is you name creature on it. And then they have to have a non-creature way to remove your Emissary, and then they can Solitude your Emrakul. But that's a lot of hoops to jump through for the average deck. Yikes. So it's possible for people to beat that, but it's, you know, less common. So yeah, you can do the Velomachus turns classic deck where X equals 1 gets you a Velomachus that on a good percentage of games wins you the game on the spot. but is easily removed by Unholy Heat. Also, that deck is like really bad at doing Creativity X2. It just doesn't mean anything. Because then you get 2 Velomachus and then they Legend Rule each other, and then your opponent kills one of them, and then you're in trouble. And then you could do an X1 single Emrakul build with either 1 copy of Emrakul or 2 copies of Emrakul. Both are fine. But that's soft to Solitude. And Teferi. So, the X1 decks are fine, but the X2 decks are generally better right now. Because you can do that. And there was even an Archon plus Emrakul version that someone played at one point. Nope. Wow. This is an amazingly unfortunate draw. We're playing 11 or 12 fetch lands. But we mulled to 5. Needed to keep something a little speculative. Now the problem is that they've got so much mana that they're just likely to just be able to counter whatever we play eventually. They have been making land drops, which honestly is really nice. They hit a Foothills. Actually, how many lands have they hit? 3. They hit 3 lands. All right, we did it. So shock, make a treasure. This will get countered. Then we try to resolve hard evidence. Nope. It was a second monkey and they don't care. Okay. I'm not going to spew into their counters here. The biggest problem that I have right now is a color problem. So I don't want to exacerbate that. By using my 1 treasure token now. Thoughts, Kara? Sure. They bolt me? Uh-oh. Hall of Storm Giants. Hall of Storm Giants. They're expressing themselves! Stop them! So they're on Jacob's most recent Blue Moon build, I think. I wonder if Sneak Attack would be okay in Modern. My gut says no. I think it'd be fine. One of the biggest differences is the fast mana doesn't exist in Modern on the same way that it does in Legacy. So my gut instinct is that it really wouldn't be that broken. But that's obviously fairly unfounded. So I guess they could pretty easily just have removal for my crab, plus the ability to boot up the hall. The thing is, I just don't have a way to play around that at the moment. I could just jam a creativity here, but that is basically a 0% chance of working, so let's see if they do something goofy and, like, attack with the hall, and then I block with crab, and blah, blah, blah. This is Murktide. Yep. Wow. Monkatide? In my mind, it's the Alabama Crimson Murktide. I guess Azure, or Azure. Azure? Azure. Okay. If this means they tapped off of the ability to stop my creativity and I creativity them here successfully, I'm gonna smile. Roll Tide! Yeah, that's exactly the thing, Blackwater. I guess I'll kill their Murktide. Probably flips into a Snapcaster. No, we just target our guys. Opponent, you don't have any counter spells in your hand, and your 4 treasures are pointless. Charm? Charm. Cool. So we lost basically to the mull to the mull to 5 there. Usually this deck mulligans quite well. We obviously did in that game. It's fine. So they saw the persists and they saw the creativities. Ending's really not great here. I know they have Monkey. I know we saw Monkey. But we're on the play this time. We've got Fire Ice. We've got Bolt. We've got Wrenn and Six. I think I want the Veils, but hard for me to figure out how I'm supposed to fit them in. I think I don't want Shark Typhoon. I honestly wonder if I'm supposed to trim Persist, since now they're going to board in their... this is quite a pile, Speeve, but it's a pretty good pile. I love creativity decks except for the mana. I mean, you just got to take that. I mean, it is what it is. I have really, like, I don't experience that many mana problems with these decks. Obviously, that game, like, honestly, the problem with that game was how many lands we drew, not what colors they... Like, obviously, our first 2 lands weren't playing any of our spells, but we had to mold a 5. And, you know... It's not easy to have a great game plan after that point. It's Flusterstorm that I don't want here. Go down a creativity against the high interaction deck. Sure. Yeah, this is like the perfect hand. You have just 2 lands that tap for black, that is correct. And you shouldn't need more. Alright, who thinks they're on Spell Pierce or Snare? Not me. Not playing around Spell Pierce or Snare in a million years here. Not a chance. Yeah, damn the doodle. I mean, it's just the agreement you make when you play these decks. It's just like your mana's going to be bad. It's not bad. It's just like occasionally sketchy and usually painful. But as a trade-off, you get to play a very, very powerful deck. It's a quality ABBA track there, Elazik. That's fine as long as they don't have Flusterstorm, because I can play Nahiri here. No, it's not Flusterstorm. No, I don't need to worry about anything. All right, so we could just play this in response. The hell? Oh, sure. I ain't even need that. You think I needed that? I ain't even need that. Perfect. Oh, I don't have untapped green to fetch. Oh, but I don't, yeah. Yeah, this is how I want to do this. Nahiri! And boop! Nahiri gonna eat. Yeah, I love Nahiri. Nahiri is very good in these decks. Very good. She is on plan, plus she adds to insulation from one of the most devastating plays against you. Kind of a perfect fit. This is Murktide. Roll Tide! Fucks up the moon and finds Emrakul. Quality phrasing. Is this a second Murktide? Monkey? Dash Monkey? Dash Monkey. Perfect. You are a super screwed opponent. But thanks for playing. So which way do I show them they screwed up horribly? Anyone have a preference for how I just like wreck them here? So we go white, blue, 1, Teferi. Teferi bounce because Teferi's so discouraging. Oh, yeah. Also, I can protect... Oh, not the way I tapped. It's okay, we're fine. That's right, GG in chat. That's one way to do it. Oh, I can't play this second Wrenn and Six. That's fine. Not this turn. I'll ditch the Veil because I can't play it this turn. Ditch the extra Teferi? No, ditch the Veil. I have to protect Nahiri in case of a second Blood Moon. Kaya's Guile probably does that the best, though. I guess since I have the Remblem, I can just cycle the creativity there. Oh, and this is sick. This is an amazing draw. So we shock this so I can play the Kaya's Guile if I need to. Kaya, why is your Guile so beguiling? Do you have an answer, or do you like to leave us all intrigued? Guile's theme. What? I have to see what YouTube is going to supply us there. that? Kiss Murktide. Okay. Scoop. Oh, that was great. So I think I want extra endings. It's okay, Roy. I'll cut it off if it's too long. Don't worry about it. There's a code you get when you order a secret lair, or when you open your secret lair, I think Barbecue Hoss, that gives you a copy of all the cards in the secret lair on your Moto account. I believe that's the way it works. Someone in chat can probably confirm or deny. I think I want to cut an Archon and a Persist. Is that crazy? Everything else is so good. So when you order it, yeah. But they haven't been released on Moto yet, right? Like the out of time one that I've bought a secret lair, by the way. Actually, I bought 4 of it, but I'm now guilty of being part of the machine. Yeah, once it gets released, I'll probably get the digital code, right? Which I think it happens in December. It's actually surprisingly close. Is it crazy to cut an Archon? Probably. Can't cut this, can't cut this. Could go down to hard evidence. But it doesn't really help me in the early game so much. We'll be fine. Good hand. Good draw. I actually get to be ready for a turn 3 Blood Moon with this hand. Wild. And they took a mulligan too? Nice. Yeah. Yikes. They grab my Ketria Triome. What a tilt. Jesus Christ. Rude. Wow. Well, we're not just dead to Blood Moon, although this is pretty freaking bad. I have no out for this monkey. I can't. It's like really difficult for me to cast one. Because the first monkey took a Prismatic Ending off me. By took one, I mean I played one. They hit a Faithful Mending off my deck and they cast it, putting it into my graveyard. Very nice. Thank you. Ah, they discarded their extra Blood Moon. Makes sense. This gentleman is very angry. Sounds averagely angry for Twitter, though. True? True. So I have a Kaya's Guile with Flusterstorm backup, so hopefully this kills a flippin' Ragavan. Is this the Fatboy Slim song? It is. Weapon of choice. I think I want to exile their graveyard in case they have a Murktide. No. I guess the token's probably better. Or just gaining 4 life. Man, none of these are particularly... I might as well exile their graveyard. Chris Walken. My good friend Chris Walken Ballista. Yeah, it's what they sampled. That's what I mean, Roy. I know it's not weapon of choice. I mean, is this the song they did? I didn't use all the words. Yes. That is what I meant. If you walk without rhythm, you won't hit the worm. You walk without rhythm. I mean, the baseline is the same. So. That's a draw. I kind of want to just jam the creativity. But they have 2 mana open, which could either be a counter or a burn spell. It's just so easy for them to have the out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'd prefer they out Nahiri first. Yeah. Oh, they were F6'd, so I could have gotten away with it, but whatever. It's probably better to do this anyway. They could boot up their Hall of Storm Giants to attack Nahiri this turn. Yeah, it looks like it. Unless they're going to use it to attack me. Uh-oh. Oh, they are going to do it, but they're going to use the land. So, sure. I got you right. Let's go! Alright, they got 1 mana. 1 card in hand. And we've got a prayer. Oh, that's so annoying. All right. Please? Oh, thank goodness. Last card in their hand was Expressive Iteration. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, opponent. That's not clocking me. Yeah. Okay. Gang's all here, baby. Gang's all here. Trigger. Oh, let's play the one from the graveyard, I guess. I can still play a Teferi. Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm not mad, I'm just aroused. Are they F6'd? Yep. I obviously shouldn't have done that, but like, they're F6'd, so I can tell. Let's just kill their treasure. I have never seen an opponent just like so clearly just ran like just F6 every turn. They just like they're so they're just so disengaged from that. So ridiculous. Yeah. Did I beat 2 Blood Moons that match? I did. Good. This is well. Yeah. Okay. So good. Glad he tells us when the song's over. Oh shit, it's time for my boy Chris. Oh, it's Silent Sea Song. Alright, so he's probably on Rhinos. We've got a pretty good hand to fight Rhinos. Roy. A weapon of choice. You can blow it. Capoeira! Un'altra bomba bezziera. Capoeira O2. I hope I did a not terrible job of that on the episode of This Week in Modern. I don't know why I thought that would be funny, but I did. Wow, that was a hand. Y'all see this shit? Waker, Street Wraith, grief you. But they have to be able to go off at instant speed against us. Otherwise we just flip an Emrakul in. Oh no, but then they're going to grief me anyway. So no, they don't. No, I had hope once, but it's gone now. You can blow with that. You can blow with this. You can blow with that. Ah, Living End. I thought we were against rhinos and we would have an okay time, but we are not. Yep. Probably has exactly the instant speed rhinos. We'll just plus here so that I can have a dwarf token in case it matters. It'll block a 7 damage hit, so it might. I guess I should have just... No, I can't. I can't do that. We just have to have a good top deck or we're doomed. Oh! Well, that's not a Living End at all. Now, they might just have the... Oh my god. They might just have the Force of Negation after the Living End. And there's nothing I can do about that either, so... Archon in hand would be nice if I had a way to get it in. I'll remove it, Roy. Okay, so is there any way to play this that makes sense? No. We just put both dwarfs in, and then we creativity for as much as I can when they put me in the spot to do that. I really wish I had like a Faithful Mending or something here to put the Archon in against their board, because Archon actually is really reasonable against Living End. God, how much power are they putting in here? Just like a truly staggering amount. It's definitely ridiculous. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 20, 24, 20, 30. Yeah. I don't want them to see Archon or Persist. So Flusterstorms, Kaya's Guile. Okay. And then I don't need these. Let's get these Veils. Blossoming Calm too? Sure. Nahiri's slow, but like I don't really have a good sideboard consideration. I guess that's better. Yeah, that's better. You don't like a little John Bacon? Yeah, may be obnoxious, but it's pretty funny. Okay. It's great. All right. Not great if they lead on grief. Don't actually have a way to get around anything. But good choice, Zach. Boop. No. Bad living end player. No. Sad. So sad. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody appreciates the injustice that was done to this beautiful linear combo player. So sweet. Flying so high, close to the sun. Kid Icarus, they called him. So, should I put my Archon in the graveyard now? Or do I think that they're going to have to play Shardless? I guess if they go end step, we do it, because then they have to actually pay for whatever counter they're going to use. And then I guess I can Creativity. So this means that they have Violent Outburst, though, most likely. Which means I can't play around it. No, I should... I mean... It's just so hard to deal with the fact that they're on both should have played the Scalding Tarn. It's hard to deal with the fact that they're on Force of Negation and an instant speed way to combo. Well, it's Violent Outburst in combination with Force of Negation that really makes it super difficult to deal with. But I've just got to play their Prismari when they slam the VO. Force. Yep. Never had a chance. Alright. So we just got slammed in game 1 and 2. Even with the Veil, it just doesn't matter. Sometimes. So this deck isn't playing remands. This deck isn't playing some of the other tools that the other version I was playing has. Like, we had 2 Flusters, we didn't draw one, but compared to this deck that has 3 Vetoes and the main deck remands and more copies of Fire Ice, but it is what it is. Living End's a really, really good deck for a reason. Sure, it's not great, but I'll keep it. We just need a second fetch land in the top 3 or so, and we'll be in business. Hard Evidence here. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, burn. Probably. Yep. Very much burn. All right. It's starting to look like Living End is a bad matchup since I saw AJ playing the Living End versus a creativity build win easy. I think I understand what you're saying. And yeah, I agree with you. Just Living End is just very difficult for the creativity decks to deal with. Unless they're playing unless the creativity deck is on Velomachus, then it's a little bit easier. But still not easy. You just have to have a really good, like, tight sideboard, and you have to have enough main deck slots also. And the other thing is, like, the creativity decks for a long time were on these builds where... fucking Searing Blaze. The creativity decks for a long time were on these builds where... Goodness gracious. They were, like, all play to the board and not any... Like, nothing played to the stack in game 1. And that just got you killed. Like, it just... at the time, it was appropriate, but it's just not anymore. God, what a draw. At least they don't really understand what I mean, they may not necessarily understand what I'm playing, but it's not going to matter. Yep. Just not good enough. It's okay. Bad draws happen. Sure. You have the bolt too? I do not. Hardcast Riftbolt. That's a way to die. Okay, that's good. I mean, we just had a mana situation that didn't work out that game. We haven't persisted an Archon once in this version though, which feels kind of sketchy. Yeah, persistent creativity should get us there faster than Nahiri. Should. Oh, Michael, how you doing, buddy? Angry at Pioneer. Shake that fist at the clouds, my friend. Shake that fist. Losing with your Season Pass deck. I do love Seasons Past. We drew a Teferi. It's not really what I wanted. But, alright. Angry. Angery. goblin guy. God damn it. I just killed you. Archon on top. Boo! I don't have a way to discard that. At least they wasted their time killing my Teferi, but... So the hope is next turn they tap down, huh? Okay. Or that I draw a rummage effect of some kind. Oh my god. Sheesh. Why don't I ever draw like this when I play Burn? Stupid Plains. I mean, the Plains is great. It's just like this deck. It feels like we've been just on the awkward end of variance more. Yeah, and they're not tapping down. Oh my god, why? I mean, there's no way in the world I don't go for it here, and if we get got, we get got. I guess I can kill the Eidolon. Almost definitely doesn't matter, but might as well. Maybe it's the sorcery speed burn spell in hand? I can't imagine which one it would be. Oh! Skull crack? Any crackers? Crackers in chat? No, they're sacrificing. They lost the card in hand, whatever it was. Deflecting Palm! Wow! Because they thought I was on Emrakul. Flipped another Eidolon? Yay! No, they have a Rift Bolt in exile. Yeah, Rift Bolt didn't make sense. They would have suspended it. They were ready for the gotcha, I guess. And then they got. They're shooting the Archon blind? That could have worked out so well for me. Still might. So we block and kill the Eidolon, and then we get our Archon back. Cool. Yeah. They were on the spew and pray plan. Just lob it into the void and hope. Maybe this gets me there somehow. I think we need the Nahiris to pitch Archons when we draw them. Which is kind of sketch. Yeah, wins against Burn always make me happy. Yeah, we have to cut the Teferis. Actually, I should have done that in the previous game. I mean, this version of the Guile theme that's extra long looped, it's at least a good tight loop. Some good quality Capcom music here. We're gonna move on, but that was 4.5 minutes of it. Hand has a Revelry, can't lose. Oh, would that were true, my friend. Would that were true. Oh my god. Jesus. I think I want to ending one of the Swiss beers here. Thanks for the follow there, Xerox. Oh, Xerox Zorex. Oh, it's Xerox and Xerox spelled backwards. Xeroxerex. That's a sick name. Alright, I think I'm going to ending one of the Swiss beers. Pray that I don't die next turn, then Sunset Revelry. But that means I get to get a tap land. Being edgy as fuck. The original classical gas is great. Yeah. You want to fetch Shock and Revelry? I disagree. That's why I didn't do it. But I could be wrong. So next turn you can get back land and ending. Yeah, maybe. Problem is I don't know. Yeah, if I had, right? But I didn't, because the Goblin Guide helped me out. But you're not wrong, Fran. The biggest problem is that they have Skullcrack here. Agent of Blight with that prime sub. Thanks, Agent of Blight. If you had a Naya Humans deck where the unofficial commander was Wolfgar of Icewind Dale, what cards would you guys run to help you find Wolfgar consistently, other than Gamble and Worldly Tutor? I have no idea what that creature is. 3 red green. DJ F Sappy, thanks for the prime sub. So we'll double block the Goblin Guide. Traverse the Ulvenwald. I kind of like fetch Shock to Fire, guaranteed a Deadly Swift, then Wrenn and Six into ending off planes. What? Kind of like fetch Shock to Fire, guaranteed a dead Swifty, then Wrenn and Six into ending off planes. I've never read a D&D book that wasn't a D&D like manual. Ice seems better than Fire here. That's definitely what I'm casting. I'll put a dwarf out here in case they. I mean, not in case. Like I have enough. I think I have enough cushion that if they have a Searing Blaze, I'm not going to be in trouble. You can read? Cringe. So now we just Creativity X2, right? Chances are they don't have 2 instant speed burn spells. Chances are pretty good. My other option is like Teferi, bounce Eidolon, but pretty sure I like Creativity X2. I don't think we were winning this game if we couldn't resolve this. Oh, okay. Seems incredibly over. Even if they have the Skullcrack here, they have 0 cards in hand. It just doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to 8. You have no creatures and no cards in hand. And I have 2 Archons in play. So, alright. Game on, I suppose. Here's the moment where they realize that despite the Skullcrack, that same turn where Fran was saying to Revelry, I'm saying, I thought the line was fetch, Stomping Ground, fire a Swifty. The next turn you get Wrenn, get back, Mesa, fetch, planes, ending another dude. I mean, the way I played it was that I was, like, trying to pull, I don't know, more time out by, like, for me to just top deck, plus the Goblin Guide. Which obviously is, like, I don't know. I was mitigating as much damage as possible to give myself more time to draw. But maybe I wasn't managing the resources I had well enough. You're playing face first into Skullcrack. That's very nice. I like that phrasing. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. I feel like I've got a good handle on the way these decks need to play, even though maybe I'm not always able to explain it. But maybe I don't. Maybe I don't, and I'm just making up excuses and I get lucky. It's the hardest thing about Magic. Man, if this is another burn deck. Magic is hard. It is not another burn deck. Might be a creativity deck, though. Nope. It's not Urian. Five-color growth spiral. Huh. Well, I don't know what to say to that. Nivtalite? I mean, I guess. I didn't think they were playing Growth Spiral. Woof. Yeah? Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you saying that like that's a good thing, Spider Space? Yeah, it's Niv. There's a pillar. Here I was thinking we'd buried the dragon. What? Why? Why is that something you want to do? God, I love Niv Mizzet. Dex was not even good against taxes. Which is the only thing you could possibly care about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw 5. Alright, go to discard. Alright, do it again. I thought Lands was a legacy deck. Rob Diesel, that's where you'd be wrong. So how do I want to navigate this? So they're going to Wrenn and Six ping my Teferi. It's not actually doing anything here, but whatever. I'd like to have the option to put in a dwarf. Jam is being pumped. have a good time here. In before Dovin's veto? I mean, it's not like I needed the Wrenn and Six. I have land. I have land, sir. You want to veto my Wrenn and Six? Totally fine. Absolutely acceptable. I really don't care at all. I don't give a fuck. These lands could be anything, yeah. They could retrace into Prismari commands, or... Are they recasting Niv? Please tell me they're recasting Niv with 8 cards in hand. Teferi. It's a mill angle. They're gonna mill ya. Oh, that's the plan, Spider. That's the plan, you master of spider space. Oop. Oh, I see. I see. So I don't need that in this game. And I don't need this in this game, just in case they Kaya's Guile me. I know I had the opportunity to discard Archon of Cruelty there in my deck that ostensibly wants to reanimate it, but I know they have a Kaya's Guile in hand, and they have enough mana open to cast it, so I really don't want to do that. Yeah, I know. It's actually quite close. Plus. They're gonna ending my Wrenn? That's fine. I ain't need those lands. Creativity, where are you? I know. Don't worry, it'll come when it's needed. No, hold on. Tef's good bait here. I mean, they're not going to have a counter. They're not going to have a counter. That's not what this is about. I just want to, like, force them to deal with it. I mean, yeah, yeah, exactly. It'll draw their fire. That's the plan. And removing their Teferi might make them feel vulnerable. And then we hard cast Archon this turn. If they cast Niv this turn, it's just like huge win. Well, yeah, that's the obvious plan, Cube.
Compadres, it is imperative
that
that we
fall
crush
there,
the Freedom
Walrus
Fighters
Deluxe.
before the start of the rainy season.
And remember,
A shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Helix my Teferi. Yep. And then cast your Niv. Yeah. Beautiful. They can sack the Wrenn and Six to the Archon. Triple creativity. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Omnath. Uh-oh. Daddy, no. Daddy, please. Yup. Oh, man. I mean, it'll be really easy if we do draw the creativity. If we draw the creativity, we just blow them away completely. Yeah, we'll triple creativity if we do draw it, but I have no way to do that. Why'd you make more creative? I'm expressing myself, Cube! Nobody understands my art. Are you for Ryle? Oh, that's not Niv mana. What is this? BTL for 4. Uh-huh. Valky, motherfucker. I forgot about that son of a bitch. They got an Arid Mesa off my deck, that's fine. Okay, so we can kill the Wrenn and Six? No, not quite. God damn it. Yeah, they could exile Archon and then cast it. We're getting out-greeted by the greedier deck. So... I think we go this way. All right. Aggro their Tybalt. Prismatic Ending. Still haven't found that creativity. If we find the creativity next turn, we can smash them to absolute pieces. But they Wrenn and Six pinged a dwarf. Casting their own Teferi. Oh, that's the Omnath, of course. Haven't plus their Tybalt yet, for whatever reason. I guess they want to dig through more of their deck first? That makes sense. Now they should plus it, because they've done their fetch. And their draw. And they're playing a second Wrenn and Six. Okay. They got creativity off my deck. You've got to be kidding me! That's tough. It's tough. This game is insane, right? My poor opponent has to make so many decisions. Prismatic Ending my Nahiri. Alright, still got Tef in play. Alright. Nope. How? They took my creativity and I can't find one. It's just rude is what it is. So we ditch. I don't want to play this. I have one more in my deck, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. We can cube, but I'd rather ending their Omnath. Oh. I wasn't thinking. That's fine. It's fine. White, black, green, red. All right. Okay. They took an ending off my deck? It's annoying, but... Goodbye, Teferi. Creativity still gets us out. Is it up my butt cube? Up my butthole? I normally I can feel it if it's in there. You remember tier 1ing him fondly? Yeah, this song is obscenely good. Tom Cardy is just generally unbelievable. Come on. All right. I'm one short. All right, let's go game 2. Jeez. 26 cards remaining. There it was. Oh, man. All right. Really don't have a lot of sideboard for this. No stack interaction hurts again. Veil's usually pretty good, though, because they do play a bunch of black base removal. Alright, sorry, that's not on the song queue. No need Bolt. Emrakul? I don't think so. They solve Emrakul very easily. They have Verdict. They have Tybalt. They have Kaya's Guile. It's very, very easy for Niv to solve an Emrakul. It's not a great, not a particularly good play. we got 2/3 of Mishra's Babel in here. I love it. I've never seen Everos around, though. Maybe like one time. All right. Not great, but I'll keep it. Feels like a Shark matchup just for cycle. Yeah, maybe you're right. Correct. The exile zone is one zone, just like the battlefield. Most people understand that the battlefield is just one zone, right? That's pretty clear. You have your side, and they have their side, but there's, you know, there's one battlefield. You each have control of the things. The things know who owns them. But and the exile is the same way. You don't have your exile zone and their exile zone. That's why nothing ever says, like, from your exile zone. But it does say from your graveyard, or from an opponent's graveyard. Gif, tell the people where I send my cards hit by Prismatic Ending. 6 ISU. Yes. It's a very smooth, sensual zone when I have it. So we'll just try to go treasure into land drop into Creativity X2. Actually, this is the original. You can see the guy doing it. I know. Dude is going ham. Oh, beautiful. Where's that land I wanted? So what do we think they have here? Kaya's Guile? They don't actually play Veto, do they? Okay, let's see. Let's just YOLO this thing. Good draw. So we play the mine. So Kaya's Guile doesn't beat me. We go Creativity on Clue and Crab. So a 2 damage burn spell doesn't beat me. We'll get 1 Archon basically no matter what. Got him. Take a urine off to Tef? Nah, no way. I'm not taking any yearns off. I'm yearning constantly. Fluffy Wolf, thanks for that raid, friend. I just looped 2 Archons into play, and we're playing against Niv-Mizzet. We got 4 color creativity Reanimator. We're just having a time, baby. We're also at the end of a beautiful performance of Classical Gas by Tommy Emmanuel. Chase, I love Tommy Emmanuel. Sorry, 5 color. You're unacceptable. You're unacceptable. You're out of order, Fran. Do you even know how many lands are in this deck? Not enough by 1. Yeah. I'm gonna regret ditching the Persist over the Teferi, aren't I? Or the Veil. Yeah, I bet I will. Yeah, they're gonna go Bring to Light for a Verdict here. I did, Fran. I saw someone else. Yeah, I saw Jacob playing against you. I did see the deck you were playing. Wow, blue-red control having a problem against lands decks? Yeah, no, that's so surprising. Verdict. Okay, just Verdict. Anyone want to go kill a printer? Because that's a mood. Yeah, I'll plus in case of a Wrenn. We've got Veil to protect Teferi from most things. I guess if they have a Prismatic Ending here, it'll be kind of annoying. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an ending. That's annoying. Should have minused. Yep. Oh my god. My Archons. Yep. Alright. Well, they're on 1 card in hand. And I have double mending. Brutal. I'm not going to fetch until I need to. Cool. That's supposed to fetch this. So let's not discard this. Discard Wrenn? No. I'm playing Wrenn. Why does it say Paper Jam when there is no Paper Jam? I swear to God. A great movie. PC load letter error? What does that mean? Alright, we got infinite dwarfs now, so. Okay. 1 land away. Yeah, if you could go ahead and just have those TPS reports on my desk with the new cover sheet Blackwater Ops, that'd be great. we're putting the new cover sheets on all the TPS reports. And we did put a memo out about... Did you get the memo? Okay, so we can kill the Rockrick, and then we Edict, which probably puts us in a good enough spot. We've been kind of behind Blackwater, and we sort of need to play catch up, you know? Thanks a bunch. Ooh, sorry. White, blue, 1. Yeah, that's the plan, Fran. Yeah, I know. I've played a lot of Wrenn and Six decks. Play a lot of Wrenn and Six decks. I guess I barely need this creativity, but I'll keep it. It's fine. I don't have time for this right now, so... Doop. Oh, Kaya, your plan is almost definitely better than my plan, but that's not what I'm doing. Didn't really think about or consider whatever it was, because this was my plan. Because now they have no cards in hand, which I find incredibly appealing. They're also at very, very lethal. I guess if they find BTL for... Valky? No, I just spin the last... I spin the last Archon in. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, there's only one left in the library. We had 2 out earlier and they verdicted, and then they Kaya's Guiled them out of my graveyard. Yeah, I think we probably want the Shark Typhoon. Fire Ice is probably not that good in this matchup. They don't seem to be playing any counter magic or too much stuff that's like cheap to interact with me. Get the last one in. Hear me out. I put a Bear Umbra and a Sword of Feast and Famine on Wild Beastmaster with a Hero of Bladehold and Wolfgar in play, and dump the mana into Kessig Wolf Run. I mean, depends on what kind of commander group you're playing in. Either way, it sounds sweet. Like, it's not... You're not wrong to do that. Fluster? I don't think I want Fluster against the deck that has, like, 8 million non-instant sorcery threats. Fluster is just way too narrow, I think. I don't normally like Fluster in matchups like this. Maybe Veto I would play here. I think I would play Veto. It's a legendary creature. You think it was a vampire. It's multicolored too. Okay, there's not too many of those. I agree hitting BTL is big, but we also have 4 Teferis in the deck, Spider Space, that already just blocks the BTL. Fail also seems awful. It's not awful, but maybe it's not as good as I think it is. Fine. Let's do it your way. And when I get paid off, I'll say I knew Fran when he told me to do this better. Fail's not bad against Niv. But it blocks the same kind of removal spells, Mord, as Fluster. Yeah, that's true. They haven't shown us Thoughtseizes. I mean, I was more worried about things like Abrupt Decay and Valky. But Valky, I mean, it gets to stay in play anyway after it does its thing. Also... But they're also a Teferi deck. I don't know. It's... They're both medium. Alright, I'll keep this on the draw. Also, hi, Mord. Were you here? You were here earlier. You know that I had Trophy 7. Feels like cheating? Oh no, it's awful. It's awful, SD. I mean, they're kind and beautiful people, but it's like really, really stressful. Not stressful, just like it's a lot of input and it's very high quality input. And so it's well explained and detailed most of the time. And then you have to split it up with your own like a lot of the time, like your own experience and game plans. Yes, I see what you're saying, Fran. And that's why I agreed with you. If I flat out disagreed with you, I wouldn't do it. Like, but Veil was a bit of a YOLO play, and Flusterstorm is not much better, but it's not much worse. It just works against a different split of cards. Are they realizing they can't play Wrenn and Six? Is that what just happened? Feels like they just realized they couldn't play Wrenn and Six. But either way. Oh, there's the Wrenn and Six. Good. Vona, Butcher of Magan. I love that card. It's a great card name. Hey, look, it's a Flusterstorm, and I bet it's going to be fire. That cannot do what I need it to do. Fetching equals hard. It sure is. I had to do a lot of wrong times. The reason I'm so comfortable on this deck is I used to play Nivdalite. Vishkal. That's a great name, too. God damn, Magic. Why are you so cool? Vishkal. Bloodver and the Viscopa? That's not a legendary creature, though. They have another Wrenn and Six? Sure. Blood Baron is not legendary, but no, it's all good. Just not legendary. Alright, so they either Niv or BTL this turn, most likely. They could Omnath into Niv or Omnath into BTL, and either one we crush with Creativity X2. Also, I have the Flusterstorm. Yep. Missing attacks with crap? No, I'm not missing attacks. In this matchup, I can't afford them. Hey, remember how we thought that a Flusterstorm was a great idea? You know, at least with Veil of Summer, I would be able to draw a card here. Of course, I'm going to draw a card here anyway. Hey, opponent. You're not drawing a card, though. I draw cards here. You don't draw cards. Whoa! No! What is that? Ah! Sorry, Cube. Alright, fixed it. Misclicked. Opponent said, I guess me being tired is making me play like trash this game. Did you miss fetch on T2? Cancelled. Alright. Bang? You can kill one of them, maybe, opponent. But can you kill two? Nope. Do you have a 0:: ability cube? 0:: regenerate cube BC. Play this ability only twice per turn. You're tapped, so your old message is related. You were also removed from combat, and the damage was removed from you. Very important. I should attack with Crab this turn. No more shaming our good buddy Fran. Don't attack with Crab. I'm attacking with the Crab. Citizen Steps! This is not what I expect Paul Gilbert to sound like. Alright. 3-1. Playing with house money. Playing with house money here. Anyone like 4-1s? Any 4-1 fans? Any fans of 4-1s? Yeah, that matchup looked really good. Be back in 1 second. I need to get my water. Yeah, that's fine. 4-1 is the honorable duel. For a while, we were like the only 4-1 channel. I never 5-0'd. I think it was like most of the early MH2 season. It was just like all 4-1s. That was the only the best we could ever do. Every deck is a 2-3 or 3-2. The rest is the results are just luck. Yeah, kind of how it feels. Pros hate it. Yikes. This deck may have stretched this man a little bit too far. So they have no companion?
It's hammer time!
Okay, I'm going to do it this way. Could be right, could be wrong. Ooh. Omelet? Do I think there's a counterbalance shell available with Otherworldly Gaze? Unlikely, but possible. I mean, I don't think so. I still know all the lyrics to this. Probably will to the day I die. I guess I could have bounced the Saga there. Or the Treasure Vault. I kind of like them going down the land here, though. Like, they just get Stone Rained. It set them back the most tempo to bounce the Cranial Plating, I think. Smith. Well, I like their list a lot already. They get a second plating. It's going to be a lot of damn... Oh, wow. They've already played the land for a turn. They're looking for a 0-drop. And they found a Welding Jar. Good draw. Yeah, I think so, Fran. I think I acted a little hastily. I'm not going to feel too shitty about it, but I think I went too fast. Goodness gracious. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Hayes presents the sexiest mother theme you ever heard. Whew! I find your attack extremely annoying, opponent. I honestly think I'm just letting it go this turn. Yeah, I am. Because if we draw a creativity this turn, it's basically our out. So I didn't need to fetch where I did. They're probably not playing anything else this turn. Okay, that's a draw. Yeah, I didn't, Fran. That's, This turn will block with one. Yeah, playing towards creativity is like, that's going to be the way we do it. We want a creativity, I mean, at least X2 if I can. Yeah. Well, it depends on the game, right? Like, playing not to lose makes sense when you're leading, sometimes. I mean, like, it's an interesting line, right? Like, what really is playing to win versus playing not to lose? Sometimes they look almost exactly the same. But playing to your out is the usual. Oh. Well, they can't put that on a flyer. Okay, we're in the exact same spot we were before. Oh, no, we're not. Now we have to double block. Crap. If they attach it to the right creature, which they did. Okay, well. Yeah. I don't know what I can draw anymore, but we'll try. Man, considering that I blew up one of their early plays and they kind of stumbled turn 1-2, this has been a really good draw from them. No. Okay, so Affinity, huh? Are Charmaws a trap here? They are. Archon's just better. Revelry seems great. I don't think so. I don't think Revelry's actually that good here. it depends. If they have stubs or metallic rebukes, it's pretty easy for them to burst this down really fast. I think we cut there and there. Well, that's a much more reasonable opener. Thank you, deck. I think I want the ability to pop their Saga on one. If they play it out like they did last game. The first one I played was the best one by far, Radio John Murphy, but all right. The one with the Galvanic Blast and Thoughtcast was good too. The Emry deck was awful. I mean, it ran awful and it did not seem good. It's a lot of X2s. They definitely put a lot of creatures into play. So Shock Shatter is in business now. And that actually, in theory, it puts them off of their... Oh, I don't need to do that. So let's go ping. And then go Shock Shatter. Pyroclasm one time. Not today. Kolaghan's Command, it seems pretty good against Affinity. What do you guys think? Anyone think that Kolaghan's Command is good against Affinity? I'm not convinced. They have the Thought Monitor in hand. They have Thought Cast. Yeah, so some number of Thought Casts is probably right. As many... Oh my god. Brutal. Well, if they were going to draw out of it with anything, it would be something like that. It's just those two Shadowless. I need another white mana here, and I can't get one. Teferi to bounce the Springleaf Drum probably isn't enough to keep them off of the... Maybe I'm supposed to go Ending and hold up Wear Tear. Let's go fetch a Dwarf. This next mana is rough. Yeah, it's not great. But I mean, that is true. This kind of situation comes up already in the normal creativity decks. So while this deck has stretched the mana further, this kind of problem happens already. Trying to play multiple white spells in your Teamer / white, or it's already difficult because of the Dwarven Mine mana base. It's not impossible, and when you need to do it, Yeah, I know. We have wear, we don't have tear. But if they play a saga, I can just wait. But if they play like a cranial plating and they have the mana to equip it, then I can wear that. They drew a cranial plating and they had a rest. Razor Tide Bridge. That's fine. Send this back. If they spend all turn on the cranial plating, we get to wear it. Yeah, just get another mine. Be set up for a bigger creativity. Attacking with the 1/1 is free. I mean, they can block it. There's no point in doing it. I like doing it with the crab because I think it's funny. Doing it with the dwarf token is like, you can threaten a Wrenn activation. I'm not going to ping down an Ornithopter. I guess they can. I don't think they care about the Ornithopter that much. I mean, I know they had the Thought Monitor in their hand and they were trying to get that online, but like, I don't think that's worth it. Have I considered drawing a creativity? Several times. It's not working. I keep considering it. Yeah, the Smiths are awesome. I mean, I love that card in general, but I think that killing Thopter with Wrenn, if you can, is just the right play. It probably is. I don't think that it is, but it probably is. I don't know, man. Wrenn's not going to ult. I mean, sure, I wanted to keep the card flow going in case I hit a Faithful Mending. Yeah. I have considered not drawing every land in my deck. Alright. I have to get the Savai Triome at some point. And they're going to have the ability to move the cranial plating at instant speed. Thopter is almost lethal. I have to block everything. Good lord. I mean, we're shattering the plating, obviously, but... Oh my god, what... It's fine. Boop. They've got a really good affinity build going here. It's super sweet, too. Yeah, I know. That's like... I can't deal with, like, I can't do anything about the fact that we're drawing so poorly. But then we didn't. So we only get 2 Archons here, most likely. Should be good enough. Unless this is Rebuke. Oh, they didn't. They thought it was Emrakul. Sure. Timing? Still got my triggers, though. Are we discarding to hand size this turn? I think we are. Who sings this? Tom Cardy. And the music video is amazing. Okay. But they have 0 cards in hand. Fetch a black source? I will. Did I have a land drop? I swear to God I didn't have a land drop. I thought I did not have a land drop, but I could be wrong. I'm sure I'm wrong. I didn't. All right. Yeah, I don't think we're losing anymore. They're at 1. Why not exile land there? Why would I exile a land there, I guess? Wait a minute. They let the creativity resolve for 3 with an Aether Spell in play, but then they dispatched? And it was the dispatch off the top. So if I had gotten Emrakul, Sarah's, whatever. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, they top decked this dispatch, but I'm just surprised they didn't pop the spell bomb when I went for the creativity. But I guess they knew it was 3 and that was too much. Alright, we have Kolaghan's Command, so we're probably okay here. This is a mistake. But I'm probably playing Prismatic Ending on 2 and Prismari Command on 3. They don't have an Ingenious Smith in hand? Okay. No, I messed up my sequencing here. Probably ending the Thopter this game. Just to reduce the amount of stuff they have. And I should have gone to Arid Mesa for the Jeskai Triome. No, I need blue. Probably just getting a Steam End anyway. Get out of here, nerds. Pew pew! Hit him with both barrels. We might be getting the end of the Triome cycle in new Capenna. This deck casts Creativity for 2, 3, or 4 fairly frequently. This deck is all about the big Indomitable Creativities. Huge. Tremendous. Nobody has ever been so creative in the whole wide world. Aether Spell Bomb. So I don't have the option to Creativity X1. Yeah. But we'll just ending the construct? No, we'll just Teferi the construct. Even better. I wanted to play Wrenn and Six this turn. But it's fine. We go... No. No, we just go Wrenn and Six plus ending. And then we have options for next turn too. Thanks for the follow there. The Brain Dude 101. Was I also a vocal impersonator? No, that's just my own private thing. My ultimate dream career would be to be a voice actor. Someday. Not really. I'm not putting any effort into it. I think if I put in effort somehow and actually kind of figured out how I was supposed to go about that, I could do it. And I'm not saying I never would. I definitely would. I mean, I do it all the time on my little projects and nonsense. Just doesn't mean anything to anyone yet. That was a bunch of stuff, opponent, but you've tapped out, and now I'm putting 2 Archons into play. I'm no longer putting 2 Archons into play. I'm putting 1 Archon into play. Good. So we get an Archon this turn, we get an Archon next turn. Seems good to me. Unless they have counter magic, which they might. Let's find out. Pew pew! Hit them with both barrels. Alright. Van Archon. I guess if they have a cranial plating, they can kill me here. No, they can't. I'm at 16. Okay. So now my Wear Tear has a proper target. Got the dispatch, of course. They couldn't not. Jeez! They just had it all, huh? And I'm not dead, but wow. That, 13 damage, good god. They can't also kill my Wrenn and Six, but like, wow. That was real good. Oh, sorry. That's no good. They found the Zodiac Killer. That is a sentence I was not expecting to hear. So I can force them to tap a bunch of extra mana this turn, juggling the cranial plating. They didn't equip first. I guess that makes sense. No, I believe you. I believe that you're not. I believe that is 100% a real. So can they move it again? They can't. So, but I have to be able to beat the construct that's going to come in. So I wear the Thought Monitor. This one dies in combat. The Frogmite gets sacked, but I need an answer for Saga. But Teferi's, yeah, half that. Okay. Realistically, I only have one line here. So we do this. I live through combat, I attack, and then I have a bunch of shots at answers for the token. What is this? Oh, they can do it. Huh. I was trying to do the math on that, but I screwed it up. Well, that's okay. We'll be fine. Yep. And then they just equip it to the other one. Well played, opponent. You said that? I'm sure. I looked at it, and I was like, I don't think they have enough mana to do this, but they did. But I just Teferi the Frogmite and Wrenn and Six ults next turn. So, I think we're still good. Or... yeah, they lost the construct here, and then I have Wrenn and Six emblem here, so they can needle the Wrenn and Six, but then I shatter the needle. So I definitely could have been able to. No, I couldn't. That's fine. We're fine. It's all fine here now. If they have Gingerbread, I'm dead, I think. Yeah, the dwarf took... oh, but I couldn't... I don't think I have a second blue... oh, they get Tormod's Crypt. Okay. Pretty good. Why not Steam... what? Sorry? I don't understand. They have to nuke my graveyard in response to the... yes, in response to the emblem anyway, and this Prismari Command's going to get them. Yeah, they shot off the... they shot that off too fast. I need more blue, so we'll use a Mesa to get more blue. This turn we'll just go Shock Shatter. Let's attack here. Dwarf will get this done. Yeah, that's... yeah. Good. Oh, the good stuff. I don't think that would actually work. Xerox, but going to 4? Yeah, against Galvanic Blast, potentially. We haven't seen one in any of the games, though. So I don't know that they're playing that card. Wait, these are all spells. Geist versus Frogmite? Yeah, that seems like a good time. Are they dead? 1, 2... no, they're not. Close. So I'll shock the 2, then Archon. I could have also cast Wrenn and Six this turn. I'm just being sloppy and lazy. I can cast Prismatic Ending out of the graveyard, though. Yay! 4-1 city! Man, that's a really big Memnite. Do it. Do it, equip it all, and then I'll attack, and it'll go away. They took 4, Copium. It's a good hit, baby. Alright. So 4-1. And we had some really mediocre draws that league. So, this is the umpteenth 4-1 with, oh, this is not the same deck. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, so this is the list we played. Yeah, it was good. Again, the mana is really stretched. Also, we barely ever persisted an Archon in this deck. I don't know what to say about that. Having no stack interaction made the... Did I play against Living End with this one? Did we play against Silent Sea Song? I think we did. In round 2. Yeah. Living End was brutal the way this deck is set up. With no main deck stack interaction, that's just going to be really, really hard. We've got Veil of Summer in the sideboard, which is not as good as more Flusterstorms or Vetoes. I am really not a Veil believer in this metagame. I honestly feel like every time I see Veil of Summer in the sideboard, anyway, every time I see a Veil in the sideboard, it's like I feel like it would be better used as other slots. Flusterstorms, Vetoes, for these decks at least. Maybe instead of Persist, we just run more Nahiri and a couple Bolts. That puts you back on Emrakul. No, I think what you want is the 4th Persist and the 4th Faithful Mending. Because we had Archons in our hand all the time that we couldn't pitch. So that... That feels like where we're kind of at that. Anyway, if you're in the future watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out any of my other videos you're interested in, and I will see you there. And for those who are live, I've been like, I don't know, like under the weather. I've been running outside like a bunch. Like on my normal runs, I run outside. But it's been colder, and I don't know if I'm sick or if I'm just like more tired because I'm not used to it anymore. But feeling pretty messed up, low energy. Although this is 6 hours into the stream, so who knows. But I do have a like podcast recording thing to do in the morning, so I'm super excited about that. I want to bring my A game to it. So I'm going to ship y'all over to Mord to Light, who's playing a sweet Time Warp version of his 4-color Urian Pile. Freak You Nasty is playing some Niv to Light, the version that did well in the challenge recently, and Connor Mann is playing Living End. So those are also options for you to visit. And it looks like Caleb D is playing the Standard Through the Ages event, which is pretty cool. So you can check out any of those people. But I'm sending you guys over to Mord to Light, who is just awesome. So I'll see you guys there. I will also be popping into Freak You Nasty's stream. And otherwise, take care, be well, and have a good one.